All right. Once you log in on the login screen, this is our home page where you will be able to navigate through our website and see how to issue contracts, how to set up or add a user, how to update or edit a user, and to see any type of sales report, anything that has been sold. So now we're going to start and go ahead and issue a contract. So we're going to go to actions, and then we're going to go to add a contract. When you click on add a contract, it's going to open up a new screen. So make sure your pop-up blockers are set so it can allow to open the new screen. So when you get to sell or sell odometer, you're just going to list whatever the vehicle has, whether it's new or used. So this one will just put 5 miles. It's a new vehicle. Enter the VIN number. Once you enter the VIN number, you can either just click off of it or click tab, and then it'll read the VIN and populate the vehicle information here. So you have your sale date, which would be today's date, and the in-service date. In-service date is when it was warranty registered. You can go ahead in here and click and edit the option that you're looking for, or the date. OEM warranty, you're going to click what the manufacturer warranty is for this vehicle. So this one's 12 months, and this is a red one. So this is just like a stock number for that unit being sold. After you enter this information, you will go to financial information where you click on the drop-down box here. And when you click on the drop-down box, you have the option of a balloon deal, lease, loan, or a cash deal. We're going to go with the loan deal so that way we get a little bit more of options, and it gives you how to sell gap and add gap on here. Now, keep in mind that this is for street legal, and it also is for off-road or any vehicles that you're listing. So once you learn how to do it on one, it's all the same to do it on off-road, street, watercraft, and anything you're selling. So vehicle purchase price, we're just going to put a number in here, 10,000. Amount finance, we're just going to put 12,000. Term, just put 60 months. APR, we're just going to put 3. Monthly payments, you can just leave blank and the system will go ahead and calculate based on any information you're putting. You can put numbers in there if you do like. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Now, once you get to this section here, this section is only for gap products. So you have to make sure that you add a loan in order to get to this section. And this is where you go to lender search. So you will have a list of any of the lending, any of the lending financial institutions that you do use. So you can just list them on here, go through the options that you do have. So for this one, I'm just going to click on the first one, and you'll see that the lien holder information is already auto-populated. Once you're done with this screen, we're going to go on here and click to the next screen. Once you get to the next screen, this is the menu that it does give you. So on your far left here, you have your concept plan A, where this is where you can go ahead and add your extended service. And then if you notice, it does give you also the basic plan if you're interested in selling a basic or the advantage. So here, we're just going to go with the concept A. We're going to go ahead and list this unit with 36 months. Now, you will see you have your gap information right next to it. So on here, you will only have one option because this is a test. It gives you 2 options here. So for the option that you do have, we're just going to go with the 125%, 60 months. It's already on there for you. Now you have the option of priority maintenance listed here. So your priority maintenance, you have your 18 months and you have your 36. We'll just skip it because we don't really want priority maintenance at this moment. And then you also have your tire and wheel option, tire and wheel basic, and then you have your tire and wheel plus. So we're going to click here to sell the tire and wheel. We'll just sell it for 60 months coverage. Now, keep in mind that you do have the tire and wheel option here. You also have roadside assistance, and you also have your cruiser option. Do not select the tire and wheel option here if you're going to get the separate plan for the tire and wheel. This is for the tire and wheel that's embedded into the service contract, and then this is a separate one. If you do select anything here, and you also select the options for the tire and wheel there, it will add everything together for you. So just keep in mind that you only select one or the other. Now, if you look on the right-hand side, it gives you what your cost is for each contract, and keep in mind that this is where you go and you're going to upsell it to the customer. So for your advantage, for your concept here, the extended service, we're going to sell it to the customer for $900. Your gap, which said we sold it to him for $340. Tire and wheel, we'll just put $500 that you sold it to him. and it adds up the total here for you of what it's going to cost. Now, if you ever have a customer, you're trying to show them the options that you do have for the customer. A nice feature that you do have is you can go on here and hide the prices. So once you hide the prices, you'll see that there's no prices shown anywhere, and the option for the prices do go away on the right hand side. So you can go ahead and present it to the customer and tell them, hey, look, this is where you have your concept plan, this is where you have your gap, priority maintenance, and your tire and wheel. What is it that you'd like to select? Now, after you're done presenting that, if you do want to go back and list your prices, just go back to show prices and everything will be shown on there for you. Now, a cool feature that you do have also is you can have the customer sign and date whether the customer declined certain coverages and accepted coverages that you did offer for him. So for example, let's just say it's PPM, just to keep it short, at, the customer declined it. If you click on print, it does go to this option here. We just click cancel, and this is what the print screen, you can print this out and give it to the customer, and here we'll show you what the customer selected, which is a concept plan. Then you also have the gap here, and you also have the tire and wheel, and then these are the coverages that were declined. We didn't offer them, but they do show up on there. So we didn't offer the priority maintenance, or he didn't want it, so that's fine. And then you just have the customer sign and date here, and then here we'll give you all the totals of what the customer paid for. All right, so now we're just going to click out of here and close this. So once you're done with this section here, you already wanted the coverages that you wanted to select, and if you feel comfortable, you're good. Now we're going to go to the next screen. Now, do please keep in mind that if you ever need to go back to the previous screen to edit any information, do not click backspace or click on the arrow that you see on the top left-hand corner. Just use the arrow that you see on the top right-hand corner to go back to the previous screen. So we don't have to go back for any reason. So we're going to continue moving forward. Once we do move forward, this is the next screen that it brings you up. So here is where you will list the customer's information. So here I'm just going to put test information, my last name, my address. All right, so here, when you list the customer's information and you put their address here, once you enter their zip code and the state, the city will auto-populate, or if it doesn't auto-populate for you, you can always click on verify and it will give you that information. For any reason, if it tells you that it's not listed on here, just make sure you go back and check the zip code, check the state that you're trying to sell. All right, so here's the customer's information, and just make sure that you enter a phone number. I'm just going to put random numbers. All right, so here's the vehicle information that you have listed. Verify, make sure all that is correct. The loan information that you have listed, make sure that is correct. And once you're done and everything is verified, you can select on the user that you select here. You're going to have an option where it has your name, because you're going to be the finance manager that sold this deal for that customer, or did the deal for this customer. Now, if you look on the bottom here, on the bottom section of the screen, it will give you the products that you sold to this customer. So it'll give you the concept plan, which is extended service contract, the gap, and it also gives you the tire and wheel. You will have these options here. You just leave these blank. Do not enter any contract number, because the system will auto-populate a contract number for you. So you just leave these blank. After you're finished with all of this here and make sure everything is correct, now you're going to proceed to the next screen. So once you click on the next screen for me, all right. So now we did issue the contracts here already. So once we issue the contracts, you will see that it gives you the contract numbers here on this left-hand side. So it gives you the contract numbers for the extended service, gap, and your tire and wheel. The reference number will just stay blank. We don't need the reference number because you got the contract numbers. And then it gives you what prices you sold each contract and what it is. Now, when you get to this screen here, you have one or two options. You can either close the screen because you're already done, or if you want to print out the extended, like the contracts for this customer and have them sign and date that, if you look on here on the very top right hand corner, there's going to be a little print. Click on that for me, and it will show you the service contract, the gap, and the tire and wheel. It'll show you all continuous in one screen, so it's not separate contracts, just separate things you need to click to like you're used to. So here we have the extended service contract, and mind you, I am going to go a little bit fast just to go through each one. Here's the same extended service contract. Now we get to the gap. And we have several copies of each contract that does pull up, so that's why I'm going a little bit quicker here. And then here is your tire and wheel contract. All right, so now that we are completed with that, you can go ahead and close the screen. It's going to ask you if you want to close the page. You say okay. That's fine. And then it's going to bring you up to this main screen again. Once you get to this main screen, let's just say you need to find this customer again, or you need to print out the contract because you forgot to print it out, or whatever the case may be, you just want another copy. What you're going to do is you're going to go back to Actions, go to Search Contract. And when you go to Search Contract, it's going to pull up according to how you saw the contract. So the first contracts is going to be the newest contracts that you have sold for the day. And here is what we just did. So here's the gap, tire and wheel, and the extended service. Now let's just say you sold this to the customer, and the customer says, you know what, I don't want the tire and wheel anymore. Can we just go ahead and cancel that? That's fine. Go ahead and click on the tire and wheel contract that you see listed here, and it's going to bring you up to this screen. You're going to see that here will give you all the customer's information, their address, what the prices were. Now, once you get to this screen, if you want to go ahead and void this contract, you definitely can. So you're going to have these options where you're going to have to save, activate, reject, and void. So we're going to go ahead and click on void. It's going to bring you this option. If you want to void the contract, you select yes. Once you're done with that, it's going to give you this message here that the recorded was successfully updated. So once you're done, you go ahead and you click save. All right, perfect. So now once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and refresh this page. And then now when you go to search contract, you will see that you already voided your tire and wheel contract here, and you still have active the extended service and the gap contract. Okay, so that's how to issue a contract or void out any contract at the time of sale, which is fairly simple. After this, now we're going to go ahead and add a user to the system or edit any user. So what you're going to do is click on setup here that you see, and we're going to scroll to the bottom where you see users and permissions. Now, if you want to add another person onto your dealer list or to your list of go in here to the system and navigate or issue contracts or anybody in service or maybe accounting, another accounting person, you will go on here and then you will list their information. So role, you start with clicking on role, and then you have these options. So dealer admin, and then you can click on finance manager, general manager, office manager, service advisor, service manager, service only. So you select the person that you're looking for. We'll just go with admin. Enter their first, their last name, their phone number, and on the very top for user ID, you're going to enter their email address. And make sure you enter their email address correctly, because if anything is incorrect and they get any emails regarding this, if it's not correct, then they'll never receive it. All right. And now let's just say you already added the user onto the system. So if you already added the user to the system, you will be able to click on user or search users, and it'll give you the list of everybody that's on here. So now you're going to see there's my name. So once you click on it, all the information comes up. So here's my user ID, which is my email. I'm an active user. Here's my role. If you need to change somebody from, let's just say, super user to finance manager, you can go in here and click on the option that you're looking for. Once this is done, you go on here and click on save. I'm not going to click on save because it will change my role and I won't be able to go on here and make any more changes. So we'll just leave it as is. All right. And that's how you go ahead and you add a user, and you can edit any user that you're looking for on your system. Now, for reports, now I'm going to teach you how to find a deal or find the deals that you have sold for the month. So for example, you're going to click on reports, and once you go to reports, you're going to go here on contract sale. So when you go to contract sale, you're going to see that there's dates already populated for me because those are dates that I was messing around with today, for example. So I'm going to go on here, and when you get to the screen, how to search for anything that you're looking for, or how to search for a sale or specific sales that you want, you can select all, and it'll give you everything that has been sold within the timeframes that you listed. If you're only looking for something specific, like in 90-day certified, or what plan you're looking for, because there's an advantage on the basic for 90-day, or the advantage plans for off-road, snowmobile, street, you can select here the specific option or category that you're looking for. Now, if you're just looking for everything in general, a total number, great. So coverage, you're going to select all. Remittance, you're going to select all also. And then here, you're going to enter the time frame of what you're looking for. So for this one here, I have it selected from 6/15/2017 to 8/7/2017, which is today's date. You go on, click on report or view report. All right, perfect. So now here are the contracts I just did today. So these are 2 contracts I did for a test, and these are the contracts I inputted today. So here's the whole list of what you see of all the contracts that were sold within this time frame of June 15 to today's date, which is August 7. All right. So this will conclude how to issue a contract, set up a user, edit a user, and how to view your sales report. So if you do have any questions, please contact your immediate regional sales manager, and you also have the option to contact inside sales, which is Christian Garcia and Brian Camacho, and all of us will be able to help you with anything you have questions with, or any needs that you're looking for on the system, or any more trainings. Please feel free to contact us at any time, and we will be there for you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.